Welcome to this last section of the Tidal Textures Throw. This is the seaweed section, and it's made out of 3 sections. The first one has these beautiful braided beads, which are made with puff stitches. Then we have a bit of plain DCSC just to get some space between the sections. And then we have this very fun seaweed. I don't really know how to call it. It's a very fun stitch. You're gonna work like a frame, and then the actual crinkles are worked like going down, going up, going down, going up. I'll show you how to do it in detail, but it's a very fun technique. We have some plain single crochet and double crochet again, and then a second repeat of those beautiful braided puffs, which are just work the same as the first ones. So that's like the overall view of the section. Now let's dive in and work it up together. So for this section, we're gonna work with our rust color yarn and our base hook for the blanket, which is our 6mm hook. Now you are going to work on top of the divider that you just made above the last section. I am going to show you here how to make the repeats on a sample. The stitch needs a multiple of 10, so I did 20 stitches here. And row 1 is just a row of double crochet, so I've already worked that here. So you should work 1 row of double crochet on top of that blanket divider, and then join me here. Now for the second row, we're gonna chain 3, and that counts as like 2 chains for the turning chain, and that third chain is to bridge the gap because we're gonna skip that first stitch, and we're gonna make a double crochet in the next stitch. So we skipped 1 and then double crochet. Now we're gonna make a puff stitch in that skipped stitch. So we're gonna yarn over, gonna insert our hook, pull up a loop, and we're gonna work around the post of the double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and you're gonna do that until you have 11 loops on your hook, which is a lot, but that's normal. You're gonna yarn over 1 last time, and you're gonna pull through all the loops. Then you're going to chain 1 to close. And we're going to repeat that across. So we're going to skip 1 stitch. We're going to make a double crochet in the second stitch. Then we're going to make our puff stitch in the skipped stitch around the post of the double crochet we just made. And our puff stitch has 11 loops. And then we're going to chain 1 to close. Going to repeat, double crochet, make a puff stitch in the skipped stitch, and chain 1 to close. And you're going to repeat that all the way across your row. So when you get at the end of the row and you only have 2 stitches left, you're going to skip 1, and instead of making a double crochet, you're going to make a half double crochet to finish up your row. Then you're going to chain 2 and turn your work. Now we are going to do the exact same process of making a double crochet and a puff stitch. The double crochet every time is going to be in the chain 1 closing stitch, and the puff stitch is going to be in the bigger gap right before it. So we're going to double crochet in this chain 1 and then make a puff in our bigger gap. Chain 1 to close, and you're going to repeat that all the way across. So every time it's the double crochet is in the chain 1 closing chain, and then the puff is in the bigger gap. So when you get to the end of the row, you are going to again just double crochet, half double crochet, sorry, in that last here, and we're going to do it in the chain 2 because we started our row with a chain 3, so in the second chain, which is like the top of our row here. Just to finish it up, we're going to chain 1, and here we have made our braided puffs. It is normal that it's like arcing because it's a very dense stitch, but with the next rows we're going to put it back together, and it's going to tighten up so that those gaps close up. So on our next row, we're going to single crochet across. You're going to make your first single crochet in that first stitch, and then you're going to single crochet in between the puff and the DC post, so in here, and then you're going to single crochet one in the bigger gap, single crochet in between the two there in the bigger gap. You're going to repeat that all the way across till you get back to the end of the row, and you should get back to 150 stitches. This is a good spot to like spot check and count your stitches, making sure that it's correct before you move on. And so we're single crocheting in the last stitch to end the row. We make a chain one and turn, and now we're going to make a few rows just of plain single crochet and double crochet just to get to our spot for our next seaweed stitch. So you're going to make 3 times single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, and then 1 single crochet again. So until from row 6 to row 12, you're alternating single crochet and double crochet rows. And then the next row is row 13, where we're going to work the seaweed. I'm just going to work a few. So let's dive into the next like seaweed section. You're going to have a bit more of a plain section on top here of your beads for your full blanket, but this is enough for me to be able to show you. So you are going to start row 13 with a chain 2. You're going to work 3 half double crochet in the 3 first stitches. That's just to give you a bit of an edge on your blanket before the like crinkle part. Then you're going to make 2 double crochet in the same stitch. We're going to chain 2 and skip 2 stitches. Then we're going to make 2 double crochet again in the same stitch, chain 2 and skip 2 stitches, and you're going to repeat that until you have only 3 stitches left on your blanket. And your repeat finishes with a chain 2, skip 2. So I make 2 double crochet in the same stitch, and then 2 half double crochet and turn my work. Apparently I have 1 stitch too much here, but let's just ignore that. Gonna chain 2 for the next row. Gonna half double crochet in those first 2 stitches, because those are just our edging for this stitch repeat. And then we are going to make 5 double crochet posts around the first one of those double crochet posts. So you're not gonna work on top of the stitch, you're gonna work around this post, and you're gonna go from the top of the stitch down to the bottom, and you're gonna make 5 double crochets. So it's just like a front post double crochet, but you're gonna make 5 around the same posts. 3, 4, 5. And it is totally normal that it is getting crowded. Then you're gonna chain 1, and then you're gonna work 5 double crochet up, back up the next double crochet post. Chain 1, we're going to skip the chain 2 and the gap, and we're going to 5 double crochet down the next DC post. So you're going to 5 double crochet down, chain 1, 5 double crochet up, chain 1, 5 double crochet down, chain 1, 5 double crochet up. And you're going to repeat that all the way across until that last pair of double crochets. So when you get to the end, that last pair of double crochet, you just work just the same, 5 down, 5 up, and then we're going to half double crochet in the last 3 stitches on this side to finish off our row. So there's no chain 1 here at the end, and you're just gonna half double crochet straight into those 3 last stitches. All right, so we made our funny crinkles crinkles, whatever you want to call it. Now we need to make one row to get back to like a normal crochet so that you know what stitch is where. So that next row is a row of single crochet, and you're going to make one single crochet in every one of those 3 first stitches. Then you're going to ignore the whole like crankle thing, and you're going to work in the row below. You are going to make one single crochet in between the 2 double crochet posts that you've worked around, and then 2 single crochet in the gap, in the chain 2 gap that you worked in the row below, 1 single crochet in between the posts, 2 double crochet in the gap, chain 2 gap, and you're going to repeat that all the way across your row, and you should get back to 150 stitches. Here at the end, it's important to check you've made your last single crochet in between the 2 posts, and then you have 2 stitches that are like from the edging, in which we're going to make a single crochet again. So this is what the wrong side looks like, and then if you turn it around, you have your beautiful crankles, and you have a row of single crochet that you can start off again. From here on out, you're going to repeat that plain section here from alternating single crochet and double crochet rows, and then you're going to repeat those beads again to like have a symmetrical section, and then you're done.